Welcome to Punky's World. This is a biography of Big Van Vader / Vader. His real name was Leon White. He was born in 1955 in Linwood, California. He grew up in South Central. His family was somewhat poor. His father was a Marine veteran. And his father actually invented a type of engine hoist which gave the family some money, and they were able to move to a safer neighborhood. The reason he is introduced as from Denver, Colorado, is because he went to college there, and that's where he settled. He was huge and intimidating, but also surprising. This man could do a moonsault, a drop kick. He weighed 350 pounds. Nobody that size should be able to do that, but he could. He was, if I'm not mistaken, the first American to win the IWGP Championship, and there were only 3 others besides him. Let me make sure I'm correct on the 3 others. How many Americans have been IWGP Heavyweight Champion? Okay. Trying to find it. Okay. Here we go. Vader. Yep, he was the first. Then he won it a second time, a third time. Scott Norton, that's 2. AJ Styles, I know, had it twice. Bob Sapp. Okay, that's another American. Never heard of him. Brock Lesnar. AJ Styles, twice. And I don't think, and Kenny Omega. And Jay White. Okay, so it's been about 5. Kenny Omega freaking earned that. But anyway. So there's been about 5. Yeah. Omega, Styles, Vader, Lesnar, whoever Bob Sapp is, and the other one, so there's 6. But he was the first. And the second. And the only other one that held it twice was AJ. So, before he began wrestling, Leon White played for the Los Angeles Rams in the 1978-79 season, where he received an AFC Championship ring and played in the Super Bowl. However, he didn't play a lot that season because he burst his kneecap. Then he went on to wrestling. First in the AWA, where they called him Baby Bull. Later, Bull Power. When he went to Japan, after kind of roaming around the U.S. a little bit with the name Bull Power, he went to Japan and they called him Big Van Vader, which became the name that we all know. The name came from Japanese folklore, a warrior in Japanese folklore. You'll find that a lot of their names come from their comics, their folklore, the names that they give the wrestlers. He almost lost an eye in a match with Stan Hansen in Japan. They said Stan Hansen accidentally poked him with a thumb and it popped his eye out. It had to be more than that because the orbit had to have broken for his eye to come out. It came out on his cheek. He pushed it back in, and he had surgery. They put a plate in to hold it. But the referee eventually stopped the match, and there was a no contest. He had surgery. He returned, and in a match with Tatsumi Fujinami, again required surgery because he re-injured the eye in a match against Tatsumi Fujinami, and again required surgery. In 1990, Vader entered WCW. He wasn't full time until 1992, when they gave him Harley Race as a manager. Harley could no longer wrestle due to injuries from a car accident, and he was too old anyway. He became WCW champion and took part in wrestling history. He lost the title to Ron Simmons, who became the first black or African American WCW/NWA World Heavyweight Champion. Actually, the first black World Heavyweight Champion at all, because WWE didn't have one until after that. Ron had Dusty Rhodes at ringside with him. Excuse me. Vader didn't do a whole lot, and in 1996, he ended up in the WWF. He debuted at the Royal Rumble at number 13. He took out a whole buttload of guys. After a feud with Kane, where he lost his mask in a mask versus mask match, he said he was nothing but a fat piece of, let's just say, excrement. They then made him a jobber. That's insane. He then returned to Japan from 2005 to 2016. He then returned to Japan. From 2005 to 2016, he made sporadic appearances in WWE. In 2016, he inducted Stan Hansen into the WWE Hall of Fame. He also, at some point, became a born-again Christian. He attacked a TV host in Kuwait who asked if wrestling was fake. He was arrested and fined 50 Kuwaiti dinars, about $164 US. This event had in fact been scripted. However, no one bothered to tell the host. In 2007, after his divorce, he got sober. He had a double knee replacement which got infected and left him in bed for 6 months. Soon after he recovered, he passed out on a flight to Japan for a signing and landed in a 33-day coma, resulting in an astounding 112-pound weight loss. In that same year, 2016, he was diagnosed with congestive heart failure. On a 2017 podcast, he said he'd like to die in the ring, that he wished he hadn't tweeted his diagnosis because he wanted to be able to wrestle. Die doing what he loved, I guess. In March of 2018, he had 2 heart surgeries. On June 18, 2018, he passed away after being in the hospital for a month with pneumonia. Sting visited him often. He was 63 years of age. It's sad, actually. I guess you could call that tragedies and triumphs. Maybe they should do him on Dark Side of the Ring. Thank you so much for joining me. God bless you. That wasn't anything personal. I just didn't want to go up this way. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Excuse me. I will see you tomorrow. Please subscribe to both channels. Excuse me. And hit those bells. We're trying to get to 200 on this channel and 500 over on Kid Missing. And don't forget to join us on Kid Missing tomorrow for, let's see if I can see it. Timothy McKernan. No, I can't see it, but I saw enough to see the first initial of the first name, so God bless you. Bye, guys.